So for this lab, we have our milk, which contains a lot of that lactose sugar. Then we have our Lactaid pills. Those Lactaid pills contain the enzyme lactase, and this enzyme breaks down the lactose sugar in the milk. When that happens, glucose is formed. So if we add the enzyme to our milk, we needed a way to see whether or not the enzyme was working. And that's where our Benedict's reagent comes in. This stuff starts out as being blue. And so we can put in our milk, put in our enzyme, put in some of this, and it's always going to start blue. So it's always going to start this color blue. We give the enzyme, which is down there, you can see it, we give the enzyme 10 minutes to do its thing, hopefully breaking down some of that lactose into glucose. For the Benedict's reagent to change colors, like we saw on the chart, that spectrum of colors where it starts out as blue if there's no glucose present, and then it gets darker, going to green, then yellow, then orange, and then red if there is a lot of glucose present. But this Benedict's solution will not change color unless we heat it up. And when it's heated up, then it can assess, okay, how much glucose do we have here? So that's why we gave each reaction 10 minutes to do its thing at its set temperature. One got 10 minutes in an ice bath. So that one got the cold temperature. One got 10 minutes in a hot bath, and then one that's sitting here got 10 minutes at room temperature. And so we're gonna time 10 minutes to hopefully get these some reaction time. So we'll come back. As you can see, each of those were blue. That's because we haven't heated the reagent to be able to tell us if there's glucose in there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to plop them all in this new water bath right here. And that kind of stops our time. It will stop any reaction from happening, and it will measure the glucose that we have at that moment. So I am going to do that. So the steam from the hot water bath is kind of messing up my labels here. But I have my room temperature milk. Oh. And then in the middle, I have my cold milk that was sitting on the ice. And then on the right, I have the hot milk. And already, we're starting to see some color change in our room temperature milk. So each of these had milk with the enzyme added. Lost some tape in my water. Milk with the enzyme added. And the only thing we changed about each of these was the temperature that we allowed them to sit at for 10 minutes while the reaction was happening. All right, so it's time to take these out. We have cold on the left, room temperature in the middle, and hot on the right, because these are very hot, remember. And test tube holders, and I'm going to get these out.